Week 8 is here.
Yes, sir.
It's that time again. Start, sit.
Yes, indeed.
Start them, sit them. Week 8. This is by far still.
Yeah.
This show gets lots of love.
Yes, indeed. Thank y'all.
We had some good ones last week.
Yeah.
We did miss on a couple, but hey, we can't get them all right.
No.
If we got them all right, we'd be like psychic.
Yeah.
Something, not psycho, but psychic.
Yeah. I've been called both.
Yeah, but no. I mean, hey, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield.
Yeah,
we got a pretty good rate going on. We appreciate everybody's support. All the comments. Had over 500 comments on this video alone.
Yeah, thank you.
Last week. Keep those coming.
Mm-hmm.
We like the comments.
Yeah.
We like smashing the like button, too.
Definitely like that.
It's
and subscribe.
That's right. Subscribe. I mean, hey, we got over 600 subscribers here in a few weeks. Yeah. People starting to catch on that we may know a little bit about fantasy football.
We do the analytics now.
Yeah. I mean, we study.
Yes, indeed.
We don't just winging it.
No.
As far as this, we kind of just wing this.
Right.
I mean, this isn't scripted.
No.
We're just having a conversation.
That's all. To all of America.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of America's just normal people.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit here in a suit and tie and sell somebody on you.
No.
We're just going to give you what we got. Some of these names are a little more obvious than others, but these are the questions we're getting. So if these are the questions we're getting, these are the answers you're going to get.
Exactly.
If you want something else, ask.
Yeah.
We'll help you out.
You shall receive.
That's right. Equal opportunity responders.
I like it.
That's all I got. All right, so we're going to start off here. We're going to go into our quarterbacks sits for the week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you start it off.
Okay.
We're on a good roll with letting you start it off, so we're going to keep it going.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, I'm starting off with Mr. Carson Wentz.
I thought you were going to say Carson Palmer.
No.
I got scared for a second. I was like, I'm going to have to cut the tape.
Exactly. We have to do another take.
Yeah.
No, Carson Wentz, man, he's been playing exceptional. And that whole offense is looking really, really good. And this week, going up against the 49ers, Cowboys, just shredded them.
Totally shredded them.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even close, And I'm not trying to say that the Eagles have more weapons, but they have more weapons, basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, Alshon,
they got a lot.
Ertz, I mean, now the running backs may not be on the same category, same tier as Ezekiel Elliott, but still they've got guys.
You mean there's a big gap between Elliott and Wendell Smallwood?
Well, just
come on,
just a little bit.
Smallwood's got the name better. He got a better name.
Exactly.
You can't get a better name than Smallwood.
Right.
Chew on that for a little bit.
Indeed. But like I said, they Rashad Robinson, he's a good cornerback, but the thing is, he's tied for first in the league in pass interference calls. Alshon is going to eat him up, I think. Then you got Mr. Nelson Aguilar, who's been balling out of control. Ertz. I mean, so the passing game that Wentz has at his disposal is pretty good. And I can see him coming in. I'm not saying that he might have a 400-yard game, but, I can see him throwing 2 TDs, 250-ish, somewhere in there, because once they get up, they're going to start running the ball with Smallwood.
Blunt.
So,
are those the 2 best names in the backfield?
Probably.
I mean, Blunt and Smallwood.
Well, I don't know. Woodhead and Buck Allen.
Woodhead and Buck. Okay.
So, yeah.
It's close. Put your votes down below. Who wins?
Yeah.
Blunt and Smallwood or Woodhead and Buck Allen?
Yeah.
That's solid right there.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. They're both horrible. Do you have anything else for him?
No, that was it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with mine. I'm going to go with Mr. Phillip Rivers this week.
Yeah.
He's going to be in New England.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody except for Matt Ryan has thrown for over 300 yards against the Patriots.
Right.
I'll get on Matt Ryan some other time because
man.
You can really start to tell now that Shanahan was the wheel that moved all those pieces because they don't look as good as they should.
No.
I mean, Devontae Freeman, he got beast moded on the goal line last night. Yeah. Should have just handed it off. Yeah. Not that it would have mattered.
No.
But it's just little stuff like that. Trying to be too cute with the weapons you got. But back to Phillip Rivers. So Mike Williams is slowly starting to get acclimated.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen was banged up last week. He still played. Travis Benjamin looks good.
Yeah.
There's another name down here I'll mention a little bit later, maybe.
Okay.
Double H, not Triple H.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry's starting to look amazing.
Yep.
Having great weeks. He's got lots of weapons.
Yeah.
New England does not have a lot of secondary help.
No.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
The Patriots are going to score points. Mm-hmm. So Rivers is going to have to keep on throwing to keep up. Yeah. I expect a big game from a lot of Chargers this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, Melvin may do some things.
He might.
Then again, he may not. This week, this whole fantasy year is so up and down. Even the givens sometimes are like, disappointments. But yeah, Phillip Rivers, great play against New England this week. If you got Carson Palmer or somebody, you lost him. You don't trust Matt Stafford yet. Whatever it is, Phillip Rivers is the way to go.
Yeah, I agree with that. My sit for quarterback for the week, I'm going to go with Mr. Alex Smith.
Whoa.
Exactly.
He's been doing pretty good, though.
He's been balling.
There's a few people out there going to look at you like,
hey, and I get it. I understand it. But again, no fly zone. You're going up against the Broncos, and their offense may not be up to par like it should be, but the defense is solid. Brandon Marshall, Von Miller, these linebackers are phenomenal. And going back to Alex Smith, I mean, you look at his weapons. Tyreek Hill, Talib's going to have him locked down, taken care of, no problem. Then who else is going to throw it to? Kelsey?
Please.
Well, I know being a Kelsey owner, but again, like I said, these linebackers, man. They got the middle sewed up, and just heard it. Shane Ray was coming back.
Shane Ray,
yeah,
Ray,
and that's another a great linebacker that they have to not only cover Kelsey, but to pass rush. I mean, Alex Smith hadn't seen that type of. Other than the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers did a pretty good job.
This is going to be a good test for Alex Smith if he's really what everybody thinks he is.
Yes.
Or if he's just been playing really great football for a few weeks.
Exactly.
If he comes out and balls out in this game.
Yeah.
Alex Smith for
He's
real.
The man.
That's right. He's for real.
But if you got a better option, I would look at it. But I mean, if he's your better quarterback, if you only have Blaine Gabbert or somebody like that.
Whoa. Blaine Gabbert, that's like way deep.
Right. Hey, you never know.
That's what Drew Stanton's worried about right now.
He is.
Maybe. I don't even know if Drew Stanton's really worried. I don't think the expectations are very high.
No.
I'm going to go with my sit of the week. Somebody I just named a little bit earlier. I'm going to go with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, Matt Stafford is very talented, obviously. Huge arm, going to throw a lot. Mm-hmm. He was banged up before the bye week. I'm sure he's healed up a lot. Golden Tate status, we still don't know. Yeah. That run game cannot get going. I mean, Abdullah just can't do anything consistent. The whole offense just kind of seems out of sync. It doesn't seem as high-powered as we all thought it was going to be.
Right.
He's going to be at home against Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh's D's looked amazing. Just like you talked about Denver, Pittsburgh's right up there as far as pass defense goes. Mm-hmm. Run defense is a little different. They may be able to run a little bit against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be able to throw very much.
No.
If you got Matt Stafford in your lineup, probably need to sit him this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Might not be a bad idea. And again, like you said, he's got weapons. Marvin Jones, Mr. Kenny Galladay, guy we spoke about a lot in our previous videos. But again, like you said, that defense is going to be coming at him. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that.
Maybe Martavis Bryant can get some snaps on defense.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not.
No.
That's a whole different situation.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's like high school.
Yeah.
People going on social media bashing each other. And I mean, what did Juju do? Martavis called out Juju.
And all Juju ever did was be on that beat.
Wow. Why didn't you tell me to cue up my
I know. I had to.
Could have had it ready for you. That's funny. Let's go down to running backs.
Okay. I'll tell you, I like Shady this week. Going against the Raiders, the Raiders give up the 6th most rushing yards, to running backs. And Shady, he looked good this past week. I mean, Shady finally looked like the Shady McCoy that we're accustomed to seeing.
It only took 7 weeks for a touchdown.
Exactly. But
will it be another 7 weeks? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Did we just open the floodgates of Shady touchdowns?
I think so. I mean, and again, they don't have that many options to go to. But Shady, I think he's one of those elusive backs that, Tyrod can take and, throw passes out of the back. I can't remember. Zay Jones. We talked about him before, and I don't understand why they're not using him like they should. With Clay being out, it's just not a lot of options out right now. So, I mean, Shady may get 25 carries. And
hopefully he doesn't break in half on those.
Exactly.
Because he takes some big hits.
He does.
And he's injury prone.
He's not a big back.
No.
You know what I mean? He's more like that LaDainian Tomlinson style.
Ish.
Yeah.
A little bit more, I don't know what the word is. Nimble?
Yeah.
Can you call it nimble? This isn't Dancing with the Stars we're talking about,
exactly.
But he's nimble.
He's nimble. it's better than
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be a little bit bold on mine. This is somebody who has high expectations, hasn't completely lived up to them yet, but I don't think it's his fault.
Right.
But I think this is the week of Joe Mixon.
Okay.
He's going to be at home against the Colts. He's complained after the game about the amount of touches he has.
Yeah.
It's very widespread. The issues with the Cincinnati offense as far as running the ball, they totally abandoned it.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon has all the talent in the world. Andy Dalton was banged up in the last game, limping around. I mean, I think they lean on the run a little bit more. Why they're trying to be cute and starting Jeremy Hill at the beginning of each game for 4 or 5 carries and then you don't see him again?
Yeah.
That's pointless. And I have a feeling, I don't know anything about it, I have a feeling that they're going to start slowly getting away from that because Jeremy Hill isn't doing anything. Why are we starting him for 4 carries and then he sits until the third quarter starts and he gets another 3 or 4 carries and then he's done?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And eventually they got to get away from that. Nixon looks good in the work that he gets. He looks explosive. He's patient. He finds the holes. Strong guy, able to catch. Mixon's going to start turning around, and this is the perfect opportunity for him to do it against the Colts.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can run against those guys. And like I said, Mixon's got so much talent, man, and it's just he's looking for the opportunity. And hopefully Marvin will give it to him. Just give him 20 touches, man.
Give it, Marvin.
Give it to him.
Do it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to it. But to do it.
I like that.
That's right. That's Mixon's motto for the week.
It should be.
I'm going to tweet him.
Hashtag fantasy headliners.
Yeah. Hashtag follow us back.
Right. Hey, but look, my sit of the week is Mr. Carlos Hyde. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles are tough. Their defensive front is pretty bad. Fletcher Cox. Dude is a beast.
Make sure you say that quick.
I tried. That's why I had to pause.
Make sure you get that one out fast.
Make sure I do that. Yeah. But again,
kids watching.
Yeah. Sorry, kiddos. Yeah, man. He's phenomenal. And again, they're gonna be down. So he's not one of those backs that you can put out there and think that you're gonna get 15, 20 carries when they're down by 30 points. Because the Eagles are gonna jump out on them pretty early. And Mr. Carlos Hyde is going to go bye-bye.
I think Carlos Hyde may be the most hated or disliked RB1.
Probably.
I mean, it's just one of those guys that if you have him, you're not necessarily happy about it, but then on Sundays he does decent for you and you're okay with it. And then Monday comes around and you're like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
And then you start him on Sunday and, okay, he was good. And then I really don't like him again.
Yeah.
That's like Carlos Hyde's life. That's like a day in the life of Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
Fantasy-wise.
But if he gets traded, like the rumors have been speculating, who knows?
You never know. If he goes somewhere who wants to rely on the run.
What if he goes to the Giants?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I just don't know if they're a good enough line for him to run behind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, they can't be much worse than San Francisco.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. But either way, it's not very appealing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my sit of the week, and the whole offense could kind of. This is a long one. I'm going to prep you for this one. This is a long. I'm going to talk over the top of it because it takes so long, but I can't shorten it.
I got you.
We're going to talk about the Denver Broncos offense, specifically the rushing offense.
Yeah,
is bad,
terrible.
And we're done. Okay, C.J. Anderson in particular is who I want to talk about.
Yeah,
like C.J. Anderson, like the talent, like what he does for the team, like the type of running back that he is.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get consistent opportunities. Reports came out that Jamal Charles was going to play more in the passing game because of the injury to Emmanuel Sanders. Booker was going to get more carries. CJ, he'll still get the carries.
Yeah.
He'll still get the carries throughout, but he's just not doing a whole lot with them, and I think it's because defenses are just taking it away.
Yeah.
Simeon hasn't proven to beat anybody.
No.
So they're just going to stop the run. And they're being really successful at it. Ineffective. The whole offense just looks out of sync.
Yeah.
I mean, Demaryius Thomas goes from looking like, one of the top receivers in the league to Terrell Pryor.
That's bad. That's bad. They probably wish they had Peyton back.
Maybe. I mean, he's too busy making commercials with Brad Paisley.
That's pretty funny.
That's a good one.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's a great guy. What about? I could go on about C.J. Anderson, but I think everybody that's got him kind of feels the same way.
They already feel pain.
They already I probably wasn't going to start him anyway.
Yeah.
But in case you were wondering,
right?
Let me ease it for you and just say, just sit him. They're going to be playing in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas City's got to respond. I mean, they've been beaten up here for a couple weeks, so they're going to look to take that away.
Yeah. Let's go to wide receivers, man. My start of the week is Mr. Keenan Allen. They're going up against, the Pats. The Pats looked good, the other night against Atlanta. But here's the thing. The Pats have been giving up like 300-plus yards, in prior games other than, the previous night against
everybody but Matt Ryan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Matt. I don't know.
I don't know if Matt's as good as we all thought he is. Or was it his coordinator that just made him look better?
I think it had a lot to do with the O. Yeah.
It had to have been. I mean, Tevin Coleman last night wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
That guy's too good of a talent to not involve him, whether it's running or passing.
Right.
And look at last year. Look how successful they were.
Yeah.
Tevin was a part of it.
Taylor
Gabriel was a lot bigger part. Yeah. All that speed that they have was utilized, and now it's just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's got a lot to do with it, to be honest. But I see Keenan Allen having a good game, man. Just like you talked about in the previous, earlier about Phillip Rivers. It's going to be a high-scoring game regardless. But Keenan's going to see a lot of targets. Like I said, this is going to be one of those games. Like I said, it's going to be a shootout from beginning to end. We might not see a lot of running. Melvin might get one or two here and there, but Keenan Allen, I can see him doing really well in this game.
I agree with you, and I'm going to stick in the same game for my wide receiver start of the week. Mr. Chris Hogan.
I like it.
Chris Hogan, he's another one of those guys that you always question, do I start him this week?
Yeah.
And then every week you start him, and he does fine. I mean, even his worst week is better than what Jordy Nelson just did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Devontae Adams and everybody else. I mean, he's consistent. He's followed by Brady. I mean, Brady's always looking for Hogan. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's either Hogan, Amendola, or Cooks. And Hogan seems to get open a lot across the middle of the field. Yeah. He's not, throwing long bombs. He's throwing, 10-yard slants to him, and he's just running for days. So, Chris Hogan, great option against the Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean, they got one decent DB. They'll probably be stuck on Brandon Cooks.
Right.
Chris Hogan's going to be able to eat all game long.
All game.
He gets red zone targets. Yeah. I mean, what used to be just Gronk territory is now like Gronk/Hogan territory.
Yeah. I mean, you know what his nickname is?
7-Eleven.
Always open.
He's always open. And he just does it all. He's consistent.
Yeah.
He is definitely somebody that should just be placed into your lineup as a wide receiver too. And other than his bye week, just don't move him.
Yeah.
Just leave him there. And he's going to produce.
Yeah.
He may not always have huge games, but he's got such a high floor that he's not going to hurt you.
No, not at all. One guy I want to put in my sick category, that's D-Hop. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah. But, I mean, here's the thing. You going up against, that great Seattle Seahawks defense, man, the Legion of Boom. They're starting to click, man, starting to come back to what they used to be. That aggressive defense, that we have grown to know. I'm not saying that, he's not going to have here's the thing. I can't see him having a superb game. You know, he might have maybe 5 catches, 65 yards. I don't really see him scoring, you know, because I think they're going to contain, first of all, they're going to stop the running game. You know, a lot of teams want to, you know, establish that first, you know, to open up that play action, you know, which they like to do a lot. But I can't see that happening in this game, man.
It's kind of a Will Fuller game, maybe?
Possibly.
Do you like Fuller more than D-Hop?
Yeah. If you got them both, yeah, I'd much rather play Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller's a good option.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. You know, Watson's going to be kind of bogged down as well. You know, his mobility helps him a little bit, but I don't think he's proven to be able to be one of those quarterbacks that can actually throw on the run. You know, I hadn't seen it yet.
Right.
But we'll see. But I just don't trust D-Hop this week.
Well, this may be the first time in this show we may do a double record scratch.
Uh-oh.
I may record scratch myself, which is awkward.
A little bit.
But at least I'm telling everybody about it. I'm upfront about it.
Right.
So for my sit of the week, I'm going to go T.Y. Hilton. T.Y., I mean, was it 2 weeks ago? He had 177 yards receiving.
Yep.
Looked like he was a top target of Jacoby Brissett. Last week, nowhere to be found.
No.
He's going to Cincinnati. I don't like the inconsistency. I don't like him coming out and complaining about his offensive line.
Right.
Not that they're the ones blocking for him, but the last thing you want when you're on a team is to lose the respect of your teammates.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially by doing it publicly.
Yes.
That's an ugly situation. He's come out since then and said that he didn't mean it and he's sorry and it was just emotion, whatever. He still said it.
Yeah.
You come out there and you trash the guys going to battle with you every day.
Can't do that.
I can't see. What message would that send to the offensive line if Jacoby Brissett constantly feeds T.Y. Hilton?
Right.
They're going to be like, man, you ain't got our back. We got your back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Jacoby's going to be, you know, limping off. But no, T.Y. Hilton this week, great talent. Again, it's hard to sit him if you have him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a top 15 easy wide receiver. Same thing with D-Hop. I mean, these are big names we're telling you to sit.
Yeah.
And we realize that you may not be able to sit them, but don't go in there expecting a whole lot. If you have better options, if you have, you know, somebody sitting there with a great, you know, if you have a Chris Hogan sitting on the bench and you're debating between him and T.Y., go Chris Hogan. You know what I mean? It's just that upside. And T.Y. may very well have a great game against the Bengals, but they're a tough pass D. And the whole issues on that offense, I'm just going to I'm going to pass for the week. Sometimes if you want to make a bold statement in your league, you got to make a bold move.
That's true.
Sometimes if you wanted, you know, the difference between winning and losing is who's got the huevos to do something like this. And it's not easy, and it doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does, and you look like a dang genius.
Yeah.
And that always feels good.
It does.
Yeah. So what about tight end? Who are you gonna start as your tight end?
My start of the week is Mr. Ertz. You know, again, this is kind of a double eagle week. You know, I started wins.
Double eagle.
Yeah. You know, again, going against the 49ers, you know, it's one of those matchups that just seems too good to be true. And he's proven to be, you know, one of Wentz's favorite targets. And to me, he's probably the best tight end playing right now. If I had to redraft today, knowing what we know now, I would take Ertz over Gronk.
I mean, I can't argue it too much because of his numbers, and it's still Gronk. But I mean, he's playing. I
mean, he's playing phenomenal, man. I mean, again, like I said, it's
not to mention if you have him on your team, the team name compositions that you can come up with, the combinations.
Man. Yeah,
I mean, you can put Ertz into every team name.
Yeah,
and make something funny out of it.
Exactly.
Like it hurts to have Smallwood.
Wow.
I mean, that could happen.
Ooh.
And that's not even inappropriate.
No.
That's just two players on the same team.
Hey.
Boom.
Exactly.
That one was for free.
Yeah.
Hit the like button just for that one.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, that's, you know, I could see him, you know, really having a really good game against the 49ers. So
everybody has a good game against the 49ers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically. I'm going to, you went double eagle. double charger doesn't sound as
It's not as
like it doesn't flow off the tongue.
Right.
But I went double charger.
Okay.
I went Hunter Henry as my start of the week for tight end.
Uh-huh.
I mean, as of right now, he's got the easiest remaining schedule of any tight end in the league.
Yeah.
You know, for the rest of the year. He's been over 70 yards the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Gates is starting to slowly be phased out.
Yeah.
He's one of the top targets of Phillip Rivers in a game that's going to have a lot of passing.
Right.
Great option, red zone target.
Mm-hmm.
Keenan's banged up. He's got a lot of balls in his court.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, Hunter Henry. If you got him, start him. You got a Delaney Walker or something like that went out.
Yeah.
Great option. Great DFS option also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's go with the sit of the week for me. For tight end, I hate to even say it, but I'm going to have to go. Hey, this is a double chief.
You went double chief, double eagle?
Exactly.
Dang.
Doubling up, baby. But Kelsey, again, just the same reasons that I gave, with Alex Smith is the same thing. I'm going with Kelsey, man. It's too many good linebackers that are on that team. And, sometimes, the corners will come down and they cheat a little bit. You know what I mean? And again, Alex Smith doesn't have as many weapons, as he would need to make the defense honest. Hunt's he's gonna try. They're gonna try to run the ball first and foremost. But again, that's just, I don't think it's gonna work against that defensive front. And Kelsey he's not gonna be able to be open to get the targets that he needs to be successful. So I just don't. And then again, if you don't have any better options, here's the thing: you got to play your studs, regardless.
That goes the same thing for Hilton and C.J. Anderson.
Right.
If you don't have a better option and you're just winging it, you might as well wing it with the studs.
Exactly. But I mean, if you got somebody that's up to par, I would say, and if their matchup is a little bit better, do that. But I just don't like this matchup against the Broncos.
What does up to par mean? I mean, I know what it means, but like,
it's just
in golf, you want to be below par.
You want to be below. Exactly.
Why do you want to go up to par?
It's just
it's like reverse. I guess having a sports mind, to me, it's backwards.
It is.
I like to go down to par.
Yeah. Now that you think about it.
Now that you think, you know what I mean?
Right.
That just hit me.
All right.
2 for 1 in this episode. Total random thoughts. All right, I'm going to go somebody else who's probably highly started as tight end as my sit. Talked about the reason why in our waiver wire show.
Right.
Cameron Brate is going to be my sit for the week.
Okay.
At home versus Carolina. For no other reason than O.J. Howard is happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it kind of goes back to the whole Green Bay running back situation. Right. Which tight end is it going to be?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to score in every game for the most part. Every tight end is going to get a touchdown. But is it going to be Brate? Is it going to be Howard? Howard seems to slowly start working his way in here a little bit more. It's a tough matchup. Carolina plays great against tight ends.
Yeah.
The whole offense still isn't clicking completely. Mike Evans hasn't Mike Evans'd, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, he's just kind of, he's been doing great, and he's just not above and beyond anything.
Yeah.
The whole offense just seems kind of, Jameis Winston, for having a sprained AC joint in his shoulder, looked great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he looked really good. I don't know if I can call him great, but he looked good. I just can't trust it.
No.
There's other options out there that are just more consistent, I think.
Yeah.
Brate's touchdown streak is impressive, and Winston really likes Brate, but I mean, heck, all these plays that OJ is getting are not 10-yard passes. They're long passes.
Yeah.
He's getting them in chunks. I mean, he's getting you a week's worth of points in one play.
Right.
And, I mean, if you're down to that point to where you didn't draft a high tight end, I mean, Brate wasn't even hardly drafted in a lot of leagues.
Oh, no.
Howard probably wasn't either. If you're using these guys, it's probably because you had an injury earlier in the year. Or you traded away because they were doing great. It's just getting to the point now where maybe try to find a better option because it's going to be a week-to-week crapshoot.
Like you'll never know who's going to be the guy until they decide, to play them both at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
That could happen. I mean, that could happen more and more if they're successful with it. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of weapons right there. If you figure you got, D-Jax, Mike Evans with Brate, Howard, and Humphreys.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weapons with Doug Martin in the backfield.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
I mean, you still got Sims,
give him a chance.
Yeah.
But, that's why we don't coach.
No.
That's why we're like Monday morning quarterbacks.
Right.
That's why we know everything that they didn't know on Sunday. Those are our start sits for the week. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you're hitting that like button.
Yes.
We like the like buttons.
Love it.
They're like what I call it in the last episode. Oreos for big dudes.
Yeah.
That's what I called it, I think.
Exactly.
It is. I mean, it makes us feel good. We appreciate the love. Keep asking the questions.
Yeah.
Had over 500 comments on this episode alone last week. We love it. We answered every single one of them.
Yeah.
Even the ones that asked like during games.
Right.
I got 4 p.m. game questions during the 1 p.m. games, and we got them all answered.
Yeah.
Same thing. Follow us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook, Gmail. Send us emails. Whatever you got to do. Check out our website. We'd love to help you out. We appreciate all the support.
Yes, indeed.
And everybody have a great week 8.
Yeah.
And let's do it.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Peace.